So being a record collector and thrifting for records all year long is kind of like Christmas all year long, or the holidays and getting gifts, every few weeks or months. All right. And here I am at Reno Coffee Company, and there's always some good records in here. You can have a cup of coffee and dig through some records that Graham stocks. I buy a lot of records here. Let's go on inside. Sorry, man, I'm gonna dig a little bit here. Lots of good titles. And then over here is the new records for this week. Let's see what's going on. That's going home with me. Now I spotted something in here and I'll show you. There it is. Oh my gosh. There's Terry. What? I'm looking for more golden earring. Street. A little bit more. I love looking through these records here at Reno Coffee Company. And a lot of times they're too pricey and the condition isn't what I'm looking for. So you might go, hey JT, get this one, get that one, and if I already have it or the condition isn't good. Now this, I'd love to have this Deep Purple album. Let's see. Kentucky Woman. I'm gonna have to look at that. That's about the best John Mellencamp record that I know of. Love that Steve Stills debut. Oh man, if that was in good shape. See, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm already buying a couple today from here. I can't tell you how many cool records. I'm finally showing you guys one of my honey holes. So there at Reno Coffee Company, I always get beautiful records there, and I'll show you what I did get. A lot of the records that I flipped through in the video that you just saw, I've already had, and some of those records weren't very minty, so sometimes I'm just not interested. So what I did get, this is a German press. This is Deep Purple, the Book of Taliesin. Really excited to have this one. I've really wanted early Deep Purple, and now I have one. And I had to pay up for this one. This was about $20. So this is, again, this is on Harvest. This is a German pressing. And I'll show you the Harvest wax is really beautiful. And the next record that I bought from Reno Coffee Company is the best of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band, Golden Butter. And I just could not leave this there. Really pleased to have this. And this has the shrink on it. Since there's no hype, let's just go ahead and get this off of here. And I'm going to put a nice sleeve around this one. So look at that beautiful cover. You have Elvin Bishop, Mike Bloomfield. Even it's listed as Dave Sanborn. David Sanborn is on this. And I mean, it's never been opened. So just go like that. And it's a double LP. Look at who is playing on this one. The best of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band. Just great. And this should be on Elektra. It is. And let's see here. Oh, beautiful. The Butterfly Elektra. So I'm going to be enjoying this, definitely. And the next record that I picked is something I've never had on vinyl. I've had on CD, and I do like U2. And this is War. Really cool to have this on vinyl. You know, I've had it on CD. It was not expensive at all. I think it was $10, and this is near mint. Minty cover, minty wax, and Sunday, Bloody Sunday. And I have all of the early U2 records now. And a lot of people say they like them or they don't like them, and whatever. I'll collect U2. And there's the Island label. I mean, the Edge created that whole sound. He really did. And the last record that I picked was very excited to see this one. I just couldn't believe it because I've really been wanting more records by this band. This is Moontan. This is Golden Earring. Excellent condition. And here's the back. And yes, this is the one with Radar Love. Radar Love. Yeah, so let me show you. This is just simply on the MCA, but just squeaky clean, minty fresh vinyl. So the next records are going to be all 100% bona fide thrift store records, hence Thrift Store Finds Monday that I've been doing here now for at least a year and a half, 2 years. Oh yeah, this is 2 years that I've been doing videos on YouTube and Vinyl Community. And so let me show you why it's good to thrift and get to know the people. Have a look. All right, when you get to know people at the thrift stores, sometimes they'll break out stuff from the back for you. And in this case, the fella did. So let's see. Now I put these here from the front, and a subscriber told me about Joanne Brackeen, and this was still here. I'm really thrilled to have this, and the vinyl's in great shape. This is jazz. If you don't like jazz, you're gonna like Joanne Brackeen. And this Stanley Clarke, it only has like John McLaughlin and Steve Gadd on it. And I picked this Juice Newton from Angel of the Morning, Chip Taylor. Great song, so I'm going to get that. And I've never had this Tom Jones. It has 2 Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine, and something else on there. I'm getting that. I've never had that Tom Jones. And this Phoebe Snow is just so good. These records are, they're going to be 89 cents because I get a discount. Because I'm an OG. So let's see, these are all the ones he just put out. Not doing that. Now Mozart and Beethoven, I buy. So I'm going to check that out. And these 9 symphonies, this really looks interesting. Bach. Very cool. Mozart, a lot of classical. Alan Sherman. Songs of the Congo? I'm going to check that out. Oh, Mozart piano concertos. Scheherazade. What is this? Look at that too. Nat. I like Nat King Cole live at the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas. That's a good one. More Juice Newton and Jesus Christ Superstar. I have a few copies of that. So another reason why I thrift and I go to thrift stores is because you meet people and occasionally they'll bring records out for you. And so out of the record box that you just saw me flip through, I did get Beethoven, the 9 Symphonies by George Zell, the Cleveland Orchestra. And this whole thing was 89 cents. At first he was going to ring them up individually like 9 times, but then he said, nah, 89 cents. So this is just great. And when I see Beethoven and Mozart, I generally just go ahead and get it. And here's George Zell. He passed away in 1970. So these are all of the works of the great conductor. And I'll be enjoying this. I have a lot of Beethoven, a lot of Mozart, and a lot of classical. And next, that was, so I'll just go ahead and tell you, that was another Salvation Army store in Sparks, Nevada. And a week or two ago, I did a flip video, and one fella told me, JT, you passed up Joanne Brackeen, and here she is. She's an avant-garde jazz pianist, and this music is just incredible. I went back and it was still there. Nobody knows who she is, and I'm just so grateful that you guys point things out occasionally. And in the last month, I have gone back to purchase records that you guys have said, hey, why didn't you get that? Why didn't you get this? So I'm not always going to do that, but I have. And this is just an excellent, this is Tring-a-Ling featuring Mike Brecker, and just a superb album. And I believe this one's from 1979, so I'm very pleased to have that. These were all $1. And here's School Days by Stanley Clarke in the shrink. I mean, you have, who's on here? I mean, everybody's on here. Anyway, there's the great Stanley Clarke. And this is on, this is cool. Let me show you. There we go, a very old style label. Yeah, this is Nemper Records. And I'll be enjoying that. Now, I did pick up that Juice Newton with her great rendition of Angel in the Morning. I do like Chip's version much better. And so, look at that hype on there. I'd like to tear the shrink off, but I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it because there's that big, juicy, pun intended, hype. And there's Juice Newton, that is. So, you know, I probably would have never bought a Juice Newton record, and I listened to this, and it was just excellent. You know, that was $1, and I get to hear that song again and check her out, her artistry and arrangements, and you know, the production of that record is outstanding. And here's a Tom Jones I never had, and he's covering 2 Bill Withers songs on this album. And he's doing Lean on Me. He's doing Ain't No Sunshine. And there's Tom. And so really pleased to have this one. I'd never had this one on any pressing. And of course, he was always on Parrot in the US. And then this is a UK press. This is from, let's see, this is from the other Salvation Army store. And this is the Electric Horseman with Willie Nelson. And the A side on this is just fantastic. I'm telling you. You got Midnight Rider, Willie doing that. My heroes have always been cowboys. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. And just let me show you the songs here. Really, really great. And there's Willie. Gosh, he's really getting up there in age, and he's still with us. And this is, again, that UK press on CBS. Very, very nice to have this. Now, when I found this is one of my favorite songwriter singer teams, and that would be the songs of Jimmy Webb and Glenn Campbell, and this is Reunion, and this is just a beautiful record. There's so many songs on here, quite a few that I never dove into, and very, very pleased to have this. Let me show you the songs here. And this is right in both of their primes. I mean, Glenn is in just great singing voice, and Jimmy's songs here are just incredible. I highly recommend this record, even if you have to pay 10 or 12 bucks for it. I mean, this was $1. Very, very pleased to have that. Look at Glenn, huh? Just so great. What an artist. What a genius guitarist. Part of the Wrecking Crew. So missed. And just on the burnt orange Capitol. And this was cool. You know, you got Take This Job and Shove It, but this is Johnny Paycheck, Gospel Time, In My Fashion, Outlaw Country, Johnny Paycheck, and look at this back cover here. Yeah, look at that guitar. And here are the songs. And this is on a very interesting record label. I'll go ahead and show you. This is on Little Darlin' Records. Really glad to have that one. And then this was really cool. Guest stars of the Hee Haw Show. You got Buck Owens, Sonny James, Ferlin Husky, Farron Young, George Jones. Hee Haw. And songs here. And let's see, I think this is on Hilltop. Let's see. Oh yes, it's on Hilltop. So there we go. Now, this A&M, this should be from A&M, this comp, is called Friends. And I had seen this a long time ago. Let me get this out of here. This is just so good. You've got Bloodwood Pig, Humble Pie, Lee Michaels, Spooky Tooth, Free, I'll Be Creepin', and Fairport Convention, Cat Stevens. You got Ray Davis, It Ain't Easy, and that's the It Ain't Easy that Bowie covered on Ziggy Stardust. Here's the songs. This is just a superb comp. And this is a white label promo. This was all of 89 cents. And I really enjoyed the A side. I didn't get to the B side yet. And then the same Salvation Army, the Delta Sweetie, and I had never had this. Bobby Gentry, she used to live here in Reno, married to Bill Hara. They married in '69. and she would appear at Harrah's Reno and Harrah's Lake Tahoe, Harrah's Tahoe in 69, 70, and then for whatever reason they split. So this is very, very nice to have. And this is on the Rainbow Capital. And what an incredible songwriter and singer, performer, entertainer, Bobby Gentry. And here are the songs. She appeared at Harrah's Hotel here in town when Sammy Davis Jr. was in the showroom. There would be Don Rickles, Smothers Brothers. Yeah, in the lounge, B.B. King, Tower of Power, Elvin Bishop, but that was in the late 70s, early 80s. And two last records. On the flip videos that I did, I said, well, the one from Virginia City, Nevada, the ghost town, well, I didn't see any ghosts up there. But one guy said, JT, you passed up the great Italian director, Riz Ortolani, and that's Africa Addio. And this is just a wonderful soundtrack. The film is really intense and a bit over the top. Controversial film, but the soundtrack is just incredible. So glad he recommended me to get this. He just said, you know, you pass that one up. And I found a beautiful copy online. Very pleased to have this. And very simply on UA. And one last one. 3 different members of the vinyl community said, JT, man, Backstreet Crawler, right? Paul Kossoff. And I'm so happy to have this. Now, this is sealed. This is a sealed copy of Backstreet Crawler. And I got it for a really great price online. And so I streamed it, and now I see what you mean. And I just wanted to say one thing. I only have Heartbreaker by Free, but I have this CD 5-album set. And this is really great. So there's my Heartbreaker that I do have. But man, I really want Fire and Water on vinyl. So guys, that's about it. And you know, that's why I thrift. It's kind of like the holidays and getting gifts all year long. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.